So in order for me to like proceed forward, I need to like hold down the right trigger, go with the analog stick, click B or A or something like that just to click on something. Or it was like you have to like left and right trigger, like use the analog stick to sort of like be able to go through the menu. Do that, and I'm just sitting there going like, what? Like, what is the point of that? Like, I got so confused that I just ended up just going like, you know what? I don't really think I'm gonna play anymore. I'm getting confused based off of your controls scheme. And then so I stopped playing that. Actually, I stopped playing it for a different reason. I lost the I think I lost the game or I gave it away. One of the two. I think I gave it away. So I just said, you know what? Here, you can have it, and then like it's fun. I have it for the PC now, and I gotta say though, it's much easier now that it's like all clear cut and it's all one control but like scheme that I can actually understand. But yeah, but like me trying to understand it through the controller is just so difficult. Like even like I got a game on my Nintendo Switch that I have on PC, and I'm trying to remember what the name of the game is. Because I also got a different game that I originally got for my Switch, but now I have it for PC, so I might just play it on PC in general because I can actually grab the save. Anyway, I can't remember what the game name is. I'll have to like open up like literally my Nintendo Switch to find out what the game is. But like I have it for PC and I played it for like a little bit on PC, so I know what it is. But like I'll play it on like the Switch and it'll be completely fine, no problems at all. But like me trying to figure out the controls is just so difficult. And the fact that like most of the games that I have on my Switch, I can just like buy a PS4, buy the game on there, and then be able to play it with the same kind of like efficiency as like as a Nintendo Switch. The only difference is that hey, look, I can actually keep my saves on a local hard drive. Like that's the only like difference that I can actually end up seeing. That like makes more sense to me, and I get so angry whenever I end up wanting to play a game on my Nintendo Switch and I go like, oh yeah, that's right, I need to make sure that I have like Nintendo Switch membership, because if not, if I lose my save, it's gone. And then it gets even like it even shoots you more in the gut that like, oh yeah, the one games that you don't want to restart all over again, the Pokemon games, especially the newer ones, don't have to go through all the sort of cutscenes again. Guess what? They're not affected by it. So it gets really angry again that like they're nitpicking certain things and then they're still nitpicking it. It's like I don't understand at all. Like, oh hey, we're making it so though like you can keep your saves like safe, so though if there's ever a corruption, don't worry, you can always revert back to a previous save. It's like, oh thank you, you're now caring about us, right? So now we'll be able to like, you know, extract it from your console and be able to put it on an external hard drive, right? No, no, you can't do that yet. It's like, oh my word, are you kidding me? Like I have literally a homebrewed 2DS that I use in particular because it's much easier than the 3DS that I was originally going to attach it to, or was going to tie it to. Like I have it attached to the like I have it homebrewed, so that I can actually like grab my saves from my Nintendo 3DS saves in particular. It doesn't have any doesn't have any homebrewed games or anything like that. It's just for saves in general, because I am so sick and tired of me going through all of my Nintendo games and going like, oh man, I wish I could just, you know, save this on an external hard drive. Oh wait, I have one. I have an external hard drive that's 4 terabytes. It's perfect for this. Sorry, you can't do that. And I get so frustrated. I mean, I didn't buy the 4 terabyte hard drive in particularly because I have the Nintendo Switch. I had it beforehand. I bought it back in 2017, I think. Yeah, I think I bought it in 2017, and I've had it ever since. Like, and it has given me no issues at all. I haven't had one single issue with it before. I've had issues with different ones, but this one in particular, no. I think that day I bought one 4 terabyte and I bought two terabytes in particular. I bought them for different reasons. I bought the 2 terabyte ones for different reasons, and I bought the 4 terabyte in particular to something else. And then I ended up going like, why am I using my 2 terabyte and my 4 terabyte separately when I could just combine them together? And then boom, I just combined them together, and I go, well, I have two useless 2 terabytes, so I just gave one to someone and just said, here, you can have it. Like, I'm not using it anymore. It's like the whole meme, like it's like the whole meme where it's like what is it? Oh, I can't remember how it went. But it's like, I don't need you anymore, and it's like, no. It's a Toy Story one, I think, if I remember correctly. But I can't remember how it goes because, like, or you're no funny. I don't remember what it's called anymore. Anyway, but again, yeah, like, I got so, like, frustrated that it kept doing that to me. And so when I was able to, when I think what was the, it was the, when there was, when it was said that the 3DS had like a flaw in the, what was it, the 3DS sound, I think it was it the 3DS? It was like something, I think it was the 3DS sound. When there was a talk about the 3DS sound having a flaw, and I was like, oh, you mean I can have homebrew now? And then I went and put it on my 3DS. And then I found out that my 3DS is not really the best console for it. For me to do that. Because if you don't know, the micro SD card is in a very weird spot, and especially with me, where sometimes like my nails will just break. For no reason, they'll just break, and I can't really like open things. It's much easier for me to use the 2DS for it, rather than me just trying to get it to work with the 3DS. So I have my 3DS being like a normal 3DS, so if I want to go on online features and stuff like that, I'll just go on my 3DS. But if I don't want to use online features, I'll just use my 2DS. And I have a really cool thing where, like, if it's on the cartridge itself, like the game save, because it's a 2DS, not a Nintendo Switch, where it's on the onboard system. I keep finding people that have that same superstition where it's on the cartridge. Like, I think there was one person that I think like threw away their game cartridge. I can't remember who it was. They threw away their game cartridge and they're like, "Oh no, I have something on the save," and I literally just facepalm and I go, "It's not on the cartridge anymore. It's on the, like, it's in your console. You could literally." So, like, it's fine to resell your games because the saves aren't on them anymore. And I think that was one of the big, like, sort of, like, talking points where people got very sad, though, because, like, you know, the whole reason of buying used game saves was because, like, you get to see what people think are not really that good. Or not really that great. Or seeing, like, wow, this Pokemon's been with them forever. It's now mine. Or something like that. Like, it's just crazy. And then now, all of a sudden, like, now that's gone. Where is it? There it is. Okay, this is where I want it to be. Okay. Oh, I was able to get up? Well, that's kind of interesting. Oh, because those are slabs. Okay, yeah, I can see that. Okay. There we go. But yeah, like, that's... And that's the kind of thing, though, that, like, certain things will deter people from playing your games and stuff like that. or at the very least from supporting your sort of company. Like, I know for a fact that like it's really weird though for Nintendo to like have you be able to play like Pokemon, what was it, Pokemon Crystal and all that on their console. And even now, there is like they're now closing the store on the 3DS and stuff like that, which is kind of weird because isn't the Nintendo Switch also a part of like the same store? So doesn't that mean that Nintendo Switch is also Nintendo eShop kind of going down too? And if that's not the case, then okay, but just update a lot of the software to work with the Nintendo Switch then. Like, I don't know how else to explain it though. Like, there was one game I know for a fact that was on the, I don't know when it came out first, but the way that I kind of saw it is like it came out on the Wii U first, then it came out on the 3DS, and then it came out on the Nintendo Switch, and that's Hyrule Warriors. I used to watch someone play Hyrule Warriors. I'm not a big Zelda fan. I grew up with pretty much like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And I think Digimon at some point, I think. So like I never grew up with Legend of Zelda. I even said that to a bunch of people too. Like, sure, you guys have grown up with the Legend of Zelda games. I didn't. I was more of the Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! And Digimon kind of thing. So I never really did get that hype of Legend of Zelda, and I don't even remember what my first one was that I ended up playing, because I know that one of my cousins had a game card of it, and it was one of the Game Boy Color ones, but I don't remember which one exactly it was, because I don't think I read the game, like the game name, and so it was just latched into my memory kind of thing. It's just there. I just know it was all pixely. That's as far as I got. But I know it was one of the Game Boy Color kind of cartridges because because they were the ones that were like double the height, however you want to kind of word it as. They were more squared than the Game Boy Advanced ones. But yeah, but like those ones were like, I think my first Legend of Zelda one that I can definitely remember off the top of my head was Phantom Hourglass, because that's the one I got for the Nintendo. I almost said Switch. For the Nintendo DS, and I got that because, well, I wanted to see if I would actually get used to it. I didn't. I think I got sick and tired of like certain enemies just instant killing me, and I barely progressed because there was no like there was literally like no directioning, or at least close to telling me where I needed to go, and I was an impatient kid, so I got really sick and tired, and I probably still have the game cartridge somewhere, but like I just didn't bother like finishing the game. I think when I got my first action replay, I think I just ended up using it on that game, and then I didn't really go anywhere with it. Yeah, I don't think I did anything with it. I think I just I used it, got like a bunch of like good items or whatever it said that was really good, and that was it. I don't think I really did much of anything else with that, and that was it. That's all I did. And again, I'm not saying that the game was bad. I'm just saying though that again, the Zelda games just weren't my jam when I was a kid. I was more of the Pokemon one because Pokemon, well, was Pokemon, so it made more sense. But like for Zelda, it didn't really click that way for me. And same thing with Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Clicked with me, so I was really happy about that. And I know one thing that didn't really click, and it was Pokemon related, was the trading card game. I think the only thing that I ended up remembering about the trading card game was that I remember that me and a couple friends were mostly just playing around with it. where we were making up rules as like as we went on, kind of thing. We didn't actually like play the game legitimately, but like we were playing the game in our own little way. And then like, I think one of us sort of found out how to play, and then they were telling us like how to play it, and we're like, oh come on, dude, we were just having fun playing it the way that we wanted to. Like we're not hurting anybody. We're not going to a random official tournament saying that's not how you play that card. You play it like this. No, we were just doing our own little thing. Oh, falling everywhere. Oh man. And that's kind of like what we ended up doing for that, for the most part. Like again, we loved playing, like again, we love playing Pokemon. Like nobody's saying that we didn't. But the trading card game, we never understood the rules. Like they weren't easy for like a bunch of kids to kind of like learn and understand. Like there was no way we could have learned how triggers and what effects proc which effects kind of thing. Even though I think back in those days, I don't think they had like complex effects like that. Even though I think in the effects that actually do that are more Yu-Gi-Oh nowadays. But anyway, like there was no way that like you can get like a